Meanwhile, Energy Minister Matthew Poku-Prempeh has described what we're currently experiencing as doom CCA and not doomso.
I'm not sure I'm here to talk about doomso as you want to drag me into it. But I told you that when I got to the ministry, we've gone past the era where we had 72 to 96 days of light out and 6 hours of light on. We are in the era of doom CCA, which is profoundly different from doomso. Doomso, as inflicted on Ghanaians, has only happened as characterized His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's governance. He is the only president on record that for 4 years that he reigned, for 4 years that he ruled, for 4 years that he governed, there was doom, 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 doom. If the non-partisan colleague says that now it's worse, then I don't know where his relatives lie. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Well, prices of petroleum products at the pumps have gone up and is likely to further increase. The prices of fuel have been on a free fall in the past weeks and further worsened with the reversal of the suspension of the price stabilization and recovery levy. The continuous fall of the cedi has been largely blamed for the upward adjustment, with industry players warning the situation could worsen if the cedi is not strengthened. I've been joined by Executive Secretary of the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, COPEC, Duncan Amoah. Grateful for your time, Duncan Amoah. Yes. Are you there?
Yes, I can hear you clearly, Aisha.
Great. So as at Friday, prices of petroleum products had gone up in the first window. You say we may see a further increase still in this window. What could be accounting for this?
Well, Aisha, the very reason for which we are where we are continue to remain where they were. Sadly, the past depreciating cedi is largely to blame for your fuel prices being at the level you find them. As of the last increment, which was Friday, the cedi was trading around 14.02. As we speak today, it's around 14.45. And so if that trend, and of course just opposing this again with the fact that the cedi also seems to move in tandem with petrol prices, and now you have a liter crossing 14-15 cedis with some OMCs. There's every strong indication that the cedi could also simply inch up to around 14-15 Ghana. If that happens, Aisha, we will not be surprised that within this very window in May, the first window in May, we could see another fuel price adjustment simply because the cedi is having a poor run at this time.
Are you going to see a downward adjustment, or you say forward ever?
Well, Aisha, I do not want to be a doom sayer, but the truth is international benchmarks are going up. There's still pressure from the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Refineries are getting targeted here and there. That could only mean that the supply side of the equation would simply be hampered. Once the supply volumes do not meet up to the demand numbers, you're simply going to have prices adjusting upward. Unfortunately, the local currency is also doing no better as of this time. If you put the two together, what you have staring all of us in the face is a further upward adjustment in fuel prices in the coming days, rather than.
Well, Duncan Amoah, I'm grateful for your time. I've also been joined by Professor Lord Mensah, who is an Associate Professor of Finance at the University of Ghana Business School. Prof, what is it with our currency? The Bank of Ghana assured us some time ago that there had been measures put in place to arrest the depreciation of the cedi. Now, we are rather at a faster depreciating rate. What are we not doing right?
Yeah, I think the city, if you look at the dynamics, clearly, it has to do with so many things that drive the city. I mean, so far, economically, we've not done much, to restructure our economy to ensure that, we control the city. The reason why I'm saying this is that all the measures that, including what the Bank of Ghana governor mentioned, are things that will only control the currency, temporarily, not permanently. There's a temporal trajectory that the currency is moving, towards. That I think we made economic restructure, economic reforms. Look at the past. What using manage the city has been one, inflows from proposed indicators, two, zero bonds, proceeds as we go to issue bonds, and the little that we get another exit, and then possibly remittance. And then, if you look at the dominant aspect, it's only the euro bond and then a proposed indicated loan that we see. And these are some way of managing exchange. To manage exchange rate, your economy is huge. Your economy is diversified to ensure you bring in the dollar. That one, sure. Or bringing dollars. So you will not be managing the expectations from higher money that they are coming to give you, from expectations from the Eurobond expectation of post-indicated. Remember, government can fair if cocoa being supplied, which is going to affect, the money we get before we even transfer the cocoa beans to the market, and then being banned the Eurobond. Again, that money that we expect is quite uncertain because we more or less rely some favor because the conditions that they've given us are at the time, so we don't pay them. But one way or the other, they extend us because probably they have considered the comfort of allowing me to be grounded and then possibly coming to this, which is so high.
Go back.
But, pumping in money now to make sure that we stabilize. So from where I sit, we cannot continue to manage, this exchange rate with expectations on foreign inflows in that manner. But we have to restructure the economy. We have to ensure that we produce locally to substitute some of what we do.
Prof, is this the worst yet for the city, or things can get even worse as the years go by?
I think if you look at the past, I've been an economist and a mathematician as well. The past, every year, the city, penetrate a new discrete number. And this year, it's going to penetrate two discrete numbers. So we're at 13, we're getting towards 14 by the end of the year. If we continue in the same trajectory, we don't do anything drastic to change the situation, we may end up at 15. And the 15 that we went to the other time, somewhere last year, you saw a free fall of the city, and it got to 15 before, the finance minister announced, debt suspension, and then he came to hold it up there. That was the true level of the city. If we should allow the market, to determine the level of the price.
What will hold the rapid decline of the city?
Well, of course, you're expecting an IMF money, which is the last straw that you are holding on. If the signal on the market or indicate that we're not getting the board approval, obviously you should expect the market to react.
Right. I'm grateful for your time, Professor Lord Mensah. But if you're still there, so you talk about the IMF, the 360 million that has been released to the country. Will it fix the situation, or the $150 million concessionary loan that the majority is chasing in Parliament, will it bring some stability to the city? Have we lost Prof? Right, so we lost Professor Lord Mensah there. He's been explaining how we can get the city back on track, because if we're not careful, he says, we may go to 15 cities just soon. Let's